All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do rule well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lords, with this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rachakodash. The water. Yahweh Bashem Shai, give me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, check out these lyrics sound familiar. All right. And, I was just listening to this song the other day. And, I found it quite spiritual. There's a lot of good music out there. a lot in the 60s, early 70s, not like the quote unquote music today. Which really the music today is just set up as an agenda against Jake, the youth. But even the term music, it means to think. All right. And actually, let's just get the etymology for that. All right, let's go here. And let's just put online etymology or online etymology dictionary. There we go. Just want to show you this real quick. Not going to make this a long lesson. Real quick, put the word music in. And the main word for music, all right, is muse. Okay, just like us, the music that we have is the song of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, this is why the doctrine is extremely important, because the doctrine is referred to also as a song. Okay, let me grab that really, really fast. I always like to start off with a precept. Revelations 14. Should be Revelations 14. And let's just start at 1. It says, the Lamb and the 144,000 on Mount Zion. All right. And it says, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead. This proves that the name is extremely important. Okay. And, to correct the statement that was made by, in particular, IUIC member, the name is a part of the doctrine. Okay, the name is a part of the doctrine because Yahushua said, go throughout the earth and baptize them in the name. Okay, so the name is important. All right, it says, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. So this is the song we're singing. Okay, this is the song that we're singing right now. Okay, and this is why you brothers and you sisters, you cleave unto this, because ultimately the song that we're singing, well, the main singer is Yahushua through the Holy Spirit, and this is why the doctrine and understanding is very important. And this is also why a lot of you brothers and sisters like myself, okay, left from other teachings and doctrines of Hebrew Israelites, meaning other camps, because there was something that wasn't right. Something didn't sound right. Okay, just like it says in John, my sheep hear my voice. See? So the song is very important. And the song is going into what? To true knowledge and understanding of this doctrine that resonates with your spirit. Okay, so this is a holy doctrine that we have. Now that I got that out the way, I want to share something with you. Okay, so music, a pleasing succession of sound or combination of sounds. Right, this is a combination of rhythmic, okay, harmonic order. But when you go just a little further, it goes into the word muse, okay, which it should also go into to think. Okay, muse is right here. Okay, muse means to think. All right, so this song that's singing, it should make you think. And what are you thinking about? Okay, what does this song make you think about? Right, meaning the scriptures. So I just wanted to share that little information. Okay, the word music goes back to the root word muse, which means to think. So be careful what you're listening to. Okay, this is why myself, I really like the oldies. Okay, I'm a 80s baby. I was born in the late 1900s. All right, because we're in the year 2000. So if you were born in the 80s, you were born in the late 1900s, right? So I like a lot of older music. Okay, a lot of 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. Some of the stuff, but a lot of the older stuff, a lot of the more soulful older music. Okay, and I want to share this in particular band with you. All right here. They're called Creedence Clearwater Revival. Okay, and this was released in 1969, and this happens to be the same year. Okay, where We Believe Through Faith. All right, by a man named Abba Bivens. Okay, fulfilled the prophecy in Malachi where the Lord said he would send us. Well, let's get it. Let me get it so I don't butcher, I don't misquote. Okay, so it's real quick. Let's go to Malachi 1969. Very powerful year. Okay, 1969 was the truth sprung up. Okay, and a lot of things happened in 1969. You had the Woodstock, the so-called moon landing. It was the year that the internet was first used. Wendy's started, Scooby-Doo, things like that. So very impactful year. And also the truth came out. See, Elijah, we believe through faith that a man by the name of Abba Bivens, okay, in what you know as One West, okay, the teacher, all right, we believe through faith that this was Elijah being sent back, okay. Malachi 4:5, behold, I will send you Elijah. This proves reincarnation, brothers. Okay, and you sisters, reincarnation. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Shai. See? And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children. Okay, that's why we have elders today and their elders. Okay, and it says, in the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. So we believe through faith that in 1969, through the knowledge and teachings, starting with Abba Bivens and the elders on down. Okay, this is why we have the 12 tribes chart. Okay, things of that nature. Also having the New Testament, because that was before that, the New Testament wasn't accepted in a lot of teachings, and understanding. Okay, so we believe through faith that Elijah came back in 1969 and what you know as the school of One West. All right, there's a lot of history. If you want, you can vocab knows about it. All right. So now that I got that out the way, okay, I don't like to just jump right into things. I like to build up with the precepts. So let's go back to this. If you never heard of this band, good band. They're very soulful. I believe there's some Jakes up in there. Okay, I believe there's some Jakes. But check this out. So the album is called Green River. It's by Creedence Clearwater Revival. All right, folk and rock genre. Now check this out. The song is called Bad Moon Rising. And if you didn't know what a bad moon rising means, it says, what is the meaning of bad moon? It says the claims the song is about the apocalypse that was going to be visited upon us. You see that? So the song Bad Moon Rising is equated to judgment, okay? The day of Yahweh Shem Shai. Let's put it like that. The Bad Moon Rising is a song dedicated to the day of the Lord, all right? And let's read a little bit into the lyrics, and I want you to see if this sounds familiar to you, okay? It says, I see the bad moon rising. I see judgment. See? I see a bad moon rising. Now, that immediately made me think about this. Amos 5, okay? And just give me a minute. Amos 5, and what's that? 20, okay? Right here. It says, shall not the day of Yahweh Shem Shai be darkness? Right. So if you're looking up in the sky and you happen to see a moon and it's dark, it's bellowy, it's eerie, okay? And not light, even very dark and no brightness in it, okay? So the day of the Lord is dark. The day of the Lord is a bad moon rising. Look, I see trouble on the way. Wait a minute. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools like us. We're walking what? Circumspectly. We're observing, we're watching. We're not in the spirit of letting all of our information out. And you should be more in the spirit now, listening to what other people got to say. You shouldn't be letting your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Okay, you're carrying yourself in a certain manner. You understand that the knowledge that you've been given, okay, is going to be demonized soon, and you're going to be looked at as the problem, right? Not as fools, but as wise, right? Carrying yourself in a wise manner, all right? Carrying yourself in a reserved manner, all right? Not being the loudest one in the room, not wearing broad phylacteries and yelling, "That's right," and a foot long of fringes. Okay, look, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right now, he said, "I see trouble on the way." Well, the days of evil that are approaching are ultimately going to fulfill the prophecy of a very troublous day. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, the Israel of God, right, the Israel of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, but he shall be saved out of it. You see that? So I see trouble on the way. Immediately you should be thinking, what? Jacob's trouble. Okay? So let's keep going. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Wait a minute. I mean, I said, man, like each one of these is a scripture. They said earthquakes, right? Matthew 24:7. Let's start at 3. And as Yahweh Shai, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately. It's a private matter. Even like now, this is a lesson that's public, but it's private because there's only the sincere, right? When we watch these videos, there may be a scoffer or two, but for the most part, you gotta understand that you got sincere brothers and sisters. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody that's viewing it may not be sincere, but for the most part, who's seeking lessons, who's putting these lessons in their watch laters, and man, I gotta watch that, is the sincere. Okay, it says, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world, and end of the age. Okay, meaning the end of the age, the end of a empire, not literally the world in itself, but the world of the heathen reign and rule. Look, see, eon means age. All right, period of time, age. See, period of time and age. So when will be the end of this age? Meaning, when will be the end of this rulership of this empire? Okay, because we are ushering in the empire of Yahweh Shai via Yasharallah. All right, and we're letting the world know that there is an empire that's getting ready to be embraced on this earth, and it will be the reigning empire for eternity, for existence. Okay, we're getting ready to embark on rulership of existence. Okay, the sun, the moon, we're gonna have rulership over existence, over creation. All right, so when will be the end of this age so that we can get there? Okay, and what does Yahweh Shai say? He gives us signs. Okay, lets us know. So right here, he said, I see earthquakes and lightning, right? That was the lyric. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Ultimately, what? The third woe. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So these lyrics sound familiar. Okay, these lyrics sound very familiar if you understand the song of the doctrine that's being sung right now on the highways and hedges. Okay, so I see a bad moon rising, the day of the Lord. All right, I see trouble on the way, Jacob's trouble's coming. I see earthquakes and lightning. These are the signs of an end of an age. I see bad times today. Yeah, the days are evil. Evil going into what? Bad times. Okay, evil going into bad times. Now, real quick, see the brother posting something. I got to get that. This is This is Second Ezra, the brother Kazak Ben Yehuda. Second Ezra 4:26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away. Makes me think about how the Lord shortened the days for the elect's sake, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. Exactly. This world is full of wickedness. It's full of blasphemy. And that's one thing that I've been, really thinking about is the blasphemy that's going on right now. Okay. When you have someone like, I want to do a lesson on it, but, the Holy Spirit didn't have me do it right now, but I will mention it. When you think about, it just comes to mind, when you think about like this guy right now, this Edomite, Adam 22, and what he's doing with his woman, that's complete. That's what you call impious, where you do something directly to disrespect who the world ignorantly calls God. Okay. And that's what's taking place right now is people are blatantly doing things that are against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And this is why the Spirit is getting on wicked Israelites, because you're doing things in the sense of, hey, you know better. See? So let's keep going. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Right. So the evil's been placed. Okay. But it's not time for them to reap. Remember, it says, put now in thy sickle, for the harvest is ripe. So it's not quite there yet. You ever see Pulp Fiction? When Jules went to the door, he said, ain't quite time yet. So it ain't quite time. Okay. We have to remind ourselves, even in our vexation, right? Because the word vexation goes into frustration and annoyance. Even though we're vexed, we want to leave. You have to understand, well, we're not ready. We're not set to leave yet, because if we were, Yahushua would be here. Okay. It's not time yet, but is it approaching? Yes. That's why it's called a bad moon is rising. It ain't fully yet. Okay. But we can see trouble is on the way. Not for us though. Right. Let's keep going. Got some heat right here. Verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. Oh, so judgment is coming. Judgment is coming for them. Okay. And this is why what? We're waiting and we're enduring. All right. I think this is the last verse. Yeah. It says, for the grain of evil seed has been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much more ungodliness has it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Right. So evil has been multiplied. Okay. Evil is multiplying. All right. But remember, the Lord said, I will hold my tongue no more as concerning their wickedness. So they're going to be judged. Just because a sentence of an evil work isn't executed speedily doesn't mean that they're getting away with it. You ever heard that show, I Almost Got Away with It? That's a real spirit. Okay. And that should show you right there. If the Lord allows Esau to catch a criminal, how much more the biggest criminal on earth. Okay. Remember, Cain was the first murderer recorded in the world's history. Did you know that? Look, let me show you. Okay, real quick. Let me just show you. I got a jet, but let me show you this. Who was? Oh, I got this all in caps. Who was the first murderer? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Who was the first murderer? Why would Google? I didn't put KJV. Okay. Look, Cain. And if you have the spiritual eyes to see, Cain is reincarnated into who? Esau. This is why the mark of Cain is being a clean leopard, because in the beginning of time, everybody had a pigment. Everybody had a color. Okay. But he was cursed with this mark so he would stand out. And that mark followed him through his progenitor, who? Esau. Okay. Who is the last reigning heathen that is getting ready to be overthrown. So the bad moon rising is a sign of Esau's destruction and our deliverance. Okay. Don't these lyrics sound familiar? Let's keep going. All right. It says, don't go around tonight. Right. Be circumspect. It may not be wise. Remember, the scriptures speak about rioting. Okay. Let me see. Let's put riot. I believe it's rioting. Let's see what comes up. Yep. Ooh. Romans 13:13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, and not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy. Right. Let's just go into this real quick. Okay. What does the word rioting go into? All right. Not wise to be up in these clubs. Riotous procession of half-drunken, frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus. See? Drinking parties. So it ain't wise to be up in these clubs and these bars with these hoes and these hoochies and these hooligans. Okay? These people are tripping out here. You got the jump shot, demons on them. They're already catching hell. Why would you put yourself in a position where you have a sound mind of faith? You know, it's not wise to be out there in the midst with these people, especially in these days that we're living in now. You know, just be circumspect, apply wisdom, you know. So it says, don't go around tonight. No, I don't think you should be out there tonight. I think you might want to hang back. Remember when Passover, when we were in Egypt, what did it say? It said, don't go outside. Okay. See, don't go outside. Real quick, got a precept. Hold that. Beautiful precept. Go here. And make sure you brothers and you few sisters, you know, you're checking these precepts out that brothers are posting that are going along with this lesson that, you know, if you need to read it, highlight it, write it down. A lot of exhortations, you know, Luke 21, this is Yahweh Shai. Luke 21:34, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your mind be overcharged in surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that day come upon you unaware. Right. You get so caught up, okay, in Babylon, so caught up in your, you know, really, you know, no disrespect, but we got our meaningless life. You know, you get caught up in this meaningless life, and then you ain't looking at the prize, you know? So it says, don't go out tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. Exactly. Because the slain of the Lord it shall be many. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, Yahweh Bashim Shai will come with fire and with chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead. This word plead goes into judge. Will judge all flesh. See, plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. Okay, it's a good song, man. It's a good song. It says, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Yeah, it's a bad vibe out there. Okay, I hear hurricanes are blowing. Wait a minute. Hurricanes. Does the scripture say that the Lord will visit the earth in the manner of what you know as nature? What is it? Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise with storm. All right, isn't a hurricane a storm? And tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So you see that? This is why you're seeing, destruction through nature on a biblical proportion, because that is the Lord showing signs that he's visiting the earth. See? Go back. It says, I know that I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. Wait a minute. Romans 13:11. I know the end is coming soon. I know not the exact time, hour, or day, but we see the signs taking place. Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, watch that when the MOTB come, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. See that? This is why it's wise to have a sober mind, okay? Understanding what's going on. You know, don't get caught up in anything that's going to distract you from the task at hand, okay? I fear rivers overflowing. Those are floods. Those are floods, right? Hey, doesn't it say that Esau shall come in like a flood? Isaiah 59, UN troops, martial law. You know, if you think about, if you make mention of martial law, you also have to make mention of the UN, okay? NATO, the UN troops, all right? Because to best believe, the other Edomites that ain't in Babylon, oh yeah, they want to do some things to these Babylonians. You already got the UN telling Babylonians to cut back on meat, okay? They have a plan to end world. They have listen, the beast, okay? The Edomites outside of America, the higher echelon elites, oh yeah, they have a plan, okay, of world domination through this third woe, and the lifestyle that Babylon has been given over to is not a part of the plan. Okay, now they're in the we need to clean up the act phase. All right, you want to know why these migrants are coming in, and the majority of them are males? Well, go look up go look up the United Nations and look up the members. Okay, I think it's about 185 members, which each member is a country, and there's 195 countries in total. So you have every single country as a member of the UN, and they give their men over to be a part of this peacekeeping movement. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to come here to keep quote unquote peace. And you're going to see how that goes. All right. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and the glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So I'm just using that lyric on a spiritual level, according to prophecy. And Esau's going to come in like a flood. They're going to flood the streets, houses. Okay. They're going to cut things off. All right. They're going to set up places to keep you idle. All right. But the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So the Lord is going to put a hedge around those who he needs to. All right. Some will get taken, some won't. The Lord will bless us with divine intervention, spiritual power in needful, dire situations. Okay. So it's going to be a beautiful time coming ahead. All right. But we're waiting for what? The mark, the flood, and the destruction. So there's a few things that's got to play out, mainly the mark. Okay. And it says, I fear rivers are overflowing, literal floods of armies and men. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Wait a minute. We just read that in Isaiah. The voice of rage. Doesn't it say, look, to render his anger and with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire? That's the Lord. Okay. Don't these lyrics sound familiar? This is all biblical. Bad moon, apocalypse. I see trouble, Jacob's trouble. I see earthquakes. Those are signs. Evil times. All right. These lyrics should sound familiar if you know the song. See, if you know the song. All right. It says, I hope you got your things together. Wait a minute. I hope you got your things together. 2nd Ezra 14. 2nd Ezra 14 and 13. Now, therefore, set thy house in order and reprove thy people. I hope you got your things in order. You know, repenting, serving the Lord, fasting, need be. Okay. Adding all these spiritual tools through this grace period as a way to serve Yahweh Bashmal Shai to the best of your ability is getting yourself in order, while the rest is what? Out of order. Okay. Being just lawless, consumed in the flesh, given over to temptation, living in a wild lifestyle that the flood had to come, just like in the days of Noah. Okay. Just like in the days of Noah is the behavior that we're seeing take place now. So we have to be the opposite of that. Reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. And that's something you got to battle. Okay. That's something right there you got to battle. You got to rebuke it. You got to just let it go. Even though we do. Okay. My spirit, I give a crap. Okay. About the mortal here. But do I have to battle mortal thoughts? Yeah. But that's me showing the Lord that I don't want this mere mortal bull crap. Okay. So you also got to look at when you're tempted, that is your moment to show the Lord you don't want that temptation. Remember, Deuteronomy 13, he was set up to prove us. So we're here to be proven. And ultimately through what? The mark. Prove to the Lord that you are of the Lord's. All right. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Oh yeah, a bad moon is rising. I do see trouble on the way. Why? Because the Lord has given us eyes to see and ears to hear. So then when we have that ability, when we see songs or hear songs, oh man, this song is spiritual. You know, there's another song that's real good. It's called Eve of Destruction. I went into it before, very good song. Spiritual too. It says, I hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Right. Romans 12 comes to mind. Living sacrifice. Okay. I hope you're prepared to die. Martyrdom. Right. Romans 12. Now there are men that shall not taste death. You understand that you have brothers. Okay. You have men in the Lord that are set up right now that you may listen to, learn from, see. You might not watch all the videos from them or, go. You don't know who the elect is. There's brothers, there's men, okay, that are walking the earth right now teaching that in a time of destruction will not taste that death. I think that's amazing. Romans 12:1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. So now you are what? Dead to this world. Okay. He that loses his life for my name's sake shall find it. So we are dead to this world. I hope you're prepared to die. I hope you're prepared to give your life over to the Lord. That's what we're doing now. Holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. See? So these lyrics should sound familiar. It says, looks like we're in for nasty weather. That's right. That's right. Look. One eye is taken for an eye. What's that? That's Revelation 13. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. Literally, look, let's put this in. Look, this is in our law. Eye for eye. Good movie. I've seen that, by the way. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. See? Now this is referring to us. Let's go to the law. Exodus 21-24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Captivity. Okay? So we went to captivity. He who put us in captivity, he goes in captivity. Yeah. So a bad moon is rising for this world. Okay. And it says, don't come around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Check this song out if you haven't. You might not be into this music. Me personally, I like this. I'd rather listen to this than trippy red, sexy red, blood red, whatever new weird nigga red demon that they're promoting. Excuse my language. I apologize. Trying to work on not using the N word. But the older music, hey, they got some substance to it. But I just wanted to touch on this, man. I was listening to this. I said, man, that's spiritual. Came out in 1969, same year of the truth, prophecy being fulfilled. And it has some lyrics that sound familiar to biblical prophecy. Okay. It has lyrics that sound similar to biblical prophecy. And we're in those times, we're in those times now. So, I just, I wanted to touch on that real quick. It was just on my spirit. Let me end it off on this. A lot of good precepts. Baruch 4:25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh. See, at the end of the day, this is all by Yahweh, by Shemal Shai. There's no free will. Don't for a second think Esau's doing his own thing. Don't think for a second that any bullet, sword, missile, okay, explosion, don't for a second think that that's running around freely and will do what it want. Everything is controlled by Yahweh Bashim Shai. Just because fire is around you don't mean you're going to get burned. Just because you are shot at don't mean you're going to die. You got to understand this is all by Yahweh Bashim Shai, okay? It says, for thy enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. Exactly. So we're in a time of what? Waiting for prophecy to be fulfilled, waiting for the day of the Lord to come upon these people and the destruction to come upon them. So I just wanted to do a real quick lesson, found it spiritual. I pray it was edifying. I pray Yahweh Shai's sheep were fed. All right. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakak Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.